Hello Iman, Kaisara and Tasha. How are you guys doing today? Are you guys in a good condition?
Thank you for asking, Lady. I am doing very well.
Wow, I see. How about you Iman?
I'm fine. I think I'm really doing well lately.
I see. Then how about you Tasha?
Everything is coming along great. Thank you for asking. How about you, Lily? Are you doing great?
Yes, I am absolutely in a great condition, Tasha. And I'm also grateful that all of you are in a good condition too. And anyways, do you guys know what are the topic that we are gonna talk about today? Actually,
No. About school?
I don't think so. I'm not actually, because I think we have talked enough about school already. I think Iman knows what we're gonna talk about today.
Yes, of course I do. Today we will talk about the pros and cons of social media. But I'm kind of curious to know about what is social media. Plus, what is the real definition of social media?
Okay, so I think we should start from Kaisar first about this.
Thank you, Lily. Personally, from my point of view, I think social media refers to online platforms and websites that enable users to create, share, and interact with content, information, and other users. These platforms typically facilitate communication through text, images, videos, and other multimedia formats, allowing people to connect, collaborate, and engage with each other on a global scale. Billions of people around the world use social media to share information and make connections. On a personal level, social media allows you to communicate with friends and family, learn new things, develop new interests, and be entertained. On a professional level, you can use social media to broaden your knowledge in a particular field and build your professional network by connecting with other professionals in your industry. At the company level, social media allows you to have a conversation with your audience, gain customer feedback, and elevate your brand. Examples of popular social media platforms include Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Social media has become a prominent tool for communication, networking, entertainment, and information sharing in the digital age. Do all of you know there are nearly 3.5 billion active social media users, and every 6.4 seconds a new account has been created, which means the amount of people using social media are increasing day by day and even year by year. So, Lily, can I ask you about your opinion about the social media?
Yes, I'm so pleased to add more about the definition of social medias. But first of all, I am truly agree with all the definition that you have been stated just now, Kaisara. So let's hear from my side. From my side, I think social medias means any internet-based system for the creation, exchange, or sharing of any user-generated content for information, advertising, or any other purposes. And it's actually more focusing on helping you in a business purposes. It refers to how convenient actually social media is nowadays in helping you to develop your career in this field and widen your business range throughout the world. And more than that, the opportunities for your business to be a worldwide level is even more possible since the networking site also helping you well in promoting your business. And I think it's really fascinating. And how you guys imagine how much fascinating is that, right? I can't deny the ability of social medias nowadays are quite insane, but truly helpful too, because it's really helpful for the peoples And for instance, we all can see there's a lot of entrepreneurs that start to use social medias as the main platform to spread the information about their goods and also for their products. And I think they tend to promote their goods and products using multiple kinds of apps such as TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Plus. And it's really helpful, and I think these ways are definitely the best initiative to influence and help hyping your business and attract more people to get to know about your products. As the result, it will increase those entrepreneur income and also decrease money matter among our society. That's all for me.
So, in my opinion, social media refers to a collection of online platforms, websites, and applications that enable users to create, share, and exchange content in the form of text, image, videos, and others multimedia. These platforms facilitate communication, interaction, and networking among individuals and groups, often in a public or semi-public manners. Users can connect with friends, family, acquaintances, or even strangers and engage in various activities such as posting updates, commenting, liking, sharing, and messaging. Common examples of social media platforms include Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, among many others. Social media has become a fundamental part of modern digital communication, allowing people to connect, express themselves, and access information on a global scale. So, Tasha, can I hear your opinion?
Yes, sure. In my opinion, social media is a platform to connect with others around the world, regardless of distance and time. It helps you to keep in touch with anyone you want through a variety of apps that you can use, for instance, such as Instagram and TikTok.
Wow, that's such a good explanation from all of you guys. But I want to state a little bit about the pros of social media among our communities. So let me talk about the first point. Alright, so as we all already know about the real meaning of social media, let me tell you what is actually the pros of social medias, mostly among our societies and our communities. First of all, social media really helps in bringing connectivity with society, which is us and the community. As we can see, most of the existing apps, such like Facebook, has a lot of features that really assist us in getting easier to connect and interact with others. And as a report from the internet source, the report has shown that the Facebook users, they love to use a feature in Facebook which is called Story, where they allow the users to share their life moment through this input and makes it able to everybody know about your life's update and especially your loved one. It means it helps and assists people around you to know more about you even though you guys are far. And as for that, people can easily connect it and interact with each other with no limit. Plus, your family will be less worried about you when you are being far from them, as they always able to get an update from you and even from a far distance. And the social media indeed making the world a much smaller place for people to able maintain a long distance relationship with the person they love. And I'm sure we all agree that it definitely giving so much like advantages to us on this side. People are always connected as we instantly able to share all the moments in our life with friends, family, and even our own relative for example, through sharing a picture or a video. Yeah, I think that's all the point of pros that I want to talk about. So I want to hear a little bit from Tasha.
Other than that, we can make friends around the world. Yes, it is possible to make friends through social media. Social media plays a critical role in connecting people to new friends, allowing them to learn more about new friends and get to know them better. Social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and blogging provide opportunities to communicate with different people, and they may have never met in real life. Here are some tips for making friends through social media. First, don't be afraid to reach out. Next, you can choose the platforms and communities that you care about. Then you can be smart and super honest, be kind and connect with people that you like, join a group online based on your likes, and connect on social media. It is important to know that making friends through social media should be done safely. One should be cautious and aware of the risks involved in the social media to sharing personal information online. For instance, Instagram. We can use direct messages feature to greet our friends too.
Thank you, Tasha. What a great explanation from you. Can I add some more? So, I think social media also plays a significant role in spreading awareness on a wide range of issues. It allows individuals and organizations to reach large audiences quickly and effectively. Whether it's raising awareness about social causes, health issues, environmental concerns, or political campaigns, social media platforms provide a powerful means to disseminate information, engage with communities, and mobilize support for various causes. However, it's essential to use social media responsibly and fact-check information to ensure the accuracy and credibility of the message being shared. Have you ever wondered why people like using Facebook? After all, there are already a lot of other ways to communicate online, like through email, instant messaging, and so on. What makes Facebook unique is the ability to connect and share with the people you care about at the same time. For many, having a Facebook account is now an expected part of being online, much like having your own email address. And because Facebook is so popular, other websites have worked to integrate Facebook. This means you can use a single Facebook account to sign in to different services across the web. So, how about you, Imai?
In my opinion, first, personalized learning. Social media platforms can help tailor educational experiences to individuals' needs. With the abundance of educational contents available, students can choose resources that align with their learning styles and preferences. Additionally, educators can provide personalized feedback and support through social media channels, addressing specific questions or concerns. Second, guest speakers and industry experts. Social media enables educational institutions to invite guest speaker and industry expert for virtual session or webinars. Students can interact with professionals in their field of study, gaining valuable insight and networking opportunities that may not have been possible otherwise. Third, student collaboration on projects. Platforms like Google Workspace, formerly G Zooms, Microsoft Teams offer collaborative tools that facilitate teamwork among students. They can collaborate on group projects, edit documents in real time, and communicate seamlessly, regardless of their physical locations. Fourth, peer-to-peer support. Students can seek help and support from their peers on social media platforms. Study group discussion boards and peer-tutoring sessions can be organized to assist students in understanding complex topics or preparing for exam. Next, online events and workshops. Educational institutions can host virtual events and workshops on social media platforms. These events can cover a wide range of topics from career development and soft skills to academic seminars and conferences. Such events enhance the learning experience and expose students to diverse perspectives. Next, global learning communities. Social media connects students and educators to global learning communities and interest groups. These communities can focus on specific subjects, academic disciplines, or career paths, allowing participants to share knowledge, ask questions, and collaborate on projects with like-minded individuals from around the world. Other than that, feedback and assessment. Social media can be used for formative assessment and feedback collection. Teachers can create quizzes or surveys using platforms like Facebook Forms or Google Forms to gauge students' understanding of topics. This data can inform instructional decisions and help tailor teaching methods to student needs. Next, professional development. Educators can use social media to engage in ongoing professional development. They can follow educational thought leaders, participate in online courses and webinars, and stay updated with the latest trends and research in education, ultimately enhancing their teaching practice. Last but not least, promoting creativity and innovation. Social media platforms encourage creative expressions. Students can share projects, artwork, and ideas, fostering an environment where innovation and creativity are celebrated and shared with a broader audience. While social media offers this advantage, it is essential to emphasize responsible use, digital literacy, and online safety within educational contexts. Educators can teach students how to critically evaluate information and maintain a healthy balance between screen time and other activities. So that's all for me. Can I ask Tasha about cons of media social?
Yes, sure. This is the cons of social media. Besides cons of social media is social media can indeed cause leaking of personal data. Here are some ways in which social media can impact data security. First, data leaks. Social media provides a significant unprotected channel for data leaks and people sharing non-business information such as vacation plans, their personal cell phone numbers, and so on. They put themselves and their employers at risk. Then, scraping. Hackers can scrape personal data from social media profiles and programs that give more information about users than the general public can see should be more tightly controlled. Next, privacy concerns. Social media privacy includes personal and sensitive information that people can find out from user accounts. Information may be released unknowingly through tracking cookies, which track the information of a user's online activity.
including web page views, social media sharing, and purchase history. Scammers and fraudsters also collect this information to better gain access to personal information. Next, data breaches. As more and more information get placed online, there is an increased danger of hackers, companies, and malicious interlopers mining your data in ways that undermine personal privacy. And in some cases, your data is outright stolen. And hacking. People use personal details shared on social media to hack social media accounts, get security questions on financial sites, and send customized spear phishing messages designed to fool you into forking over sensitive information. Next, data leaks in businesses. Data often travels unprotected to social media channels, and social media can provide hackers with information that greatly assists them in breaching organization. Therefore, it is important to be vigilant and cautious while using social media to minimize the risk of data leaks and misinformation. Tightening up security settings regularly, changing security questions, and being mindful of what information is shared on social media can help protect personal data. How about you, Riley? What is the con of social media that you can give us?
Thank you for asking, Tasha. So, from my vision, I would say I can tell that actually the social media somehow is quite a risk for people if they're using it inappropriately or not under control. And overuse of social media also can lead someone to engage with lack of communication skills among people. And when someone's spending their time too much on their phone, most specifically on social media, it actually will decrease the opportunities for them to communicate with the people around them. And they will become a passive person that unlikely love to talk because they much prefer spending their time on social media rather than with people, and they tend to love spending on the social media platforms such like Instagram and TikToks. And from this side, we can see that how much it can harm us if we don't have a good control toward the usage of social medias. And plus, social medias make us more self-centered and less empathetic towards others, because it also makes us more narcissistic than ever because we can show off our achievements and post photos from the parties without facing any consequences, and we can just do everything that we want freely, and we freely can do everything with no hesitation because we don't really need to face anyone in person. And I would say the less of physical communications, sometimes the factor that makes us drawn into misunderstanding with somebody else. In short, less communications with people really can cause a terrible disaster among us and the society. Some adults have even stated that they would just rather stay at home and post on social media platform instead of going out with friends or experiencing something. Then what is the point of life if you're staring at a tiny screen all day long and not spending time with your society and just looking pictures and with not really mixing with other people? And I think that's not really the things that we are appropriately do. And overall, social media does have its benefits of keeping us connected and allowing us to interact with others that have similar interests. But like with anything, it needs to be used in moderation in order to maintain communication skills and keep a grip on the real world. Yeah, that's all from me. And I am so grateful if Kaisara can proceed in explaining more about this topic.
Thank you, Laili. I think my point is why social media can promote healthy relationships and communication between family, friends, and acquaintances. Significant social media use can also alter family relationships and behavior. Out of all age groups, teenagers are most susceptible to social media's destructive and addictive nature with excessive usage. This age group is also vulnerable to feelings of social isolation and depression from the social comparison that social media fosters. This can further manifest itself in family relationships and communication between parents and adolescents. Most families these days provide their children with technological devices like cell phones or tablets, allowing them to connect to social media early on. Some families even communicate through social media messages within their households, which can create complex relationship structures within a family. So, Iman, can I hear your point about this?
In my opinion, I will talk about pros of social media, which is cyberbullying. First, emotional and psychological impact. Victims of cyberbullying often experience emotional distress, anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. The constant harassment, insults, and threats can have a profound impact on their mental well-being. Second, isolation and social withdrawal. Cyberbullying can lead to victims withdrawing from social interactions, both online and offline. They may isolate themselves to avoid further harassment, which can exacerbate feeling of loneliness and isolation. Third, harm to reputation. False rumors, embarrassing photos, or offensive comments shared on social media can damage a person's reputation and have long-lasting consequences, including professional and personal repercussions. Fourth, physical health issues. The stress and anxiety caused by cyberbullying can manifest in physical health problems such as headache, sleep disturbances, and even more severe conditions like ulcers. Other than that, academic performance. Victims of cyberbullying often struggle with their academic performance due to the emotional turmoil they experience. Concentrations and focus can be severely impacted. Other than that, suicidal thoughts and actions. In some extreme cases, cyberbullying has driven individuals to contemplate or even attempt suicide. The relentless nature of online harassment can push vulnerable individuals to the brink. Other than that, escalation of conflicts. Cyberbullying incidents can escalate, leading to more intense and harmful interactions between individuals. This can also have legal consequences, as some forms of online harassment may be considered criminal behavior. Next, privacy invasions. Cyberbullies may invade a victim's privacy by sharing personal information or intimate image without consent, causing significant distress and potential legal issues. Last but not least, impact on mental health. Long-term exposure to cyberbullying can contribute to chronic mental health issues, affecting a person's overall quality of life. I want to add more. creating a toxic online environment. Widespread cyberbullying can foster a hostile and toxic online environment, deterring individuals from participating in social media platforms can hindering healthy online discourses. To combat cyberbullying, it's essential for individuals, social media platforms, and communities to take proactive measures such as reporting and blocking harassers, promoting online civility, and educating users about responsible online behavior. Additionally, legal measures and consequences should be in place to deter and punish cyberbullies. Can I ask more question, more opinion? More from opinion from Sarah opinions.
Yeah, sure. I will talk more about fake news. Firstly, misinformation and disinformation. Social media platforms have become breeding grounds for the rapid dissemination of false information. Individuals addicted to these platforms often encounter and share new articles, memes, or posts without verifying their authenticity. This leads to the spread of misinformation, where false information is shared unintentionally, and disinformation, where false information is deliberately spread to deceive or manipulate. Secondly, erosion of trust. The constant exposure to fake news erodes trust in traditional media sources and institutions. When people are exposed to a barrage of conflicting information, it becomes increasingly difficult to discern fact from fiction. This can lead to a general sense of cynicism and skepticism towards all news sources. Thirdly, polarization. Social media algorithms are designed to show users content that aligns with their existing beliefs and preferences. When users are addicted to social media, they are more likely to be exposed to content that reinforces their existing opinions, leading to confirmation bias. This exacerbates polarization as people become more entrenched in their viewpoints and less open to diverse perspectives.
Wow, I'm truly amazed by your knowledge on this. Let me proceed on the cons if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
First, impact on public discourses. The spread of fake news can have detrimental impact on public discourse. False information can lead to misguided decisions and actions, such as voting based on incorrect information. This not only harms individuals but also the democratic process itself. Second, real-world consequences. Fake news shared on social media platforms has been linked to real-world consequences, including incidents of violence, public health crises, and financial scams. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, the rapid spread of false information on social media contributed to vaccine hesitancy and the promoting of ineffective treatments. Other than that, the psychological effects, social media addiction can have detrimental psychological effects, including increased anxiety, depression, and a distorted sense of reality. When individuals are consistently exposed to sensationalized or false news stories, it can hit their anxiety levels and contribute to a feeling of being overwhelmed. In conclusion, social media addiction can exacerbate the problems of fake news, leading to a range of negative consequences for individuals and society. It's crucial for individuals to be aware of the potential pitfalls of social media addiction and take steps to critically evaluate the information they encounter online. Additionally, social media platforms themselves bear a responsibility to combat the spread of fake news through improved content moderation and fact-checking measures. So, I would like to talk about ways to minimize of social media. First, replace social media with real-life activities. Identify activities you enjoy that can replace social media, whether it's pursuing a hobby, going for a walk, reading a book, or spending quality time with loved ones. Engaging in offline activities can be more fulfilling and help reduce screen times. Next, use website blockers. Consider using website or apps blockers during designated offline hours. These tools can prevent access to social media sites when you are supposed to be focusing on other tasks or enjoy personal time. Other than that, establish stage-free zones. Designating certain areas or times as stage-free can help you disconnect from social media. For instance, you can make your bedroom a phone-free zone to improve sleep quality. Creating this space and times where screens are not allowed and reduce the temptation to check social media. Next, set specific limits. Start by assessing your current social media habits. Use this information to establish realistic time limits for your social media use. For example, you might decide to limit yourself to 30 minutes of social media per day. Setting clear boundaries can help you stay accountable. So, how about you, Tasha?
From my point of view, here are some ways to minimize social media usage. You can track your time using an app like Rescue Time on your computer or the built-in screen time feature on your iPhone to learn what sites and social media you're using the most. For example, Instagram and Facebook. It could help you to reduce your time from using social media too often so that you can have more leisure time. Next, we can build self-awareness. Be mindful of how social media makes you feel and how much you time spend on it. If you find yourself feeling anxious or stressed after using social media, it may be time to cut back. Then you should know your addiction. Recognize when you are using social media to avoid doing something else like work or studying and try to address the underlying issue. How about you, Laili?
Yes, thank you for asking, Tasha. But I am truly incredibly amazed by you guys' explanation about this just now. And for my side, I think for the suggestion, I would recommend people that insist in finding way to reduce the using of the social medias in a daily basis to start turning off their phone notifications. I think it is crucial to start minimize notifications from the social media applications in helping you to keep maintaining your screen time on social media and I think in that way they can prevent themselves keep checking on phone or curiosing about what's happening on the internet, and as a result I think you will tend to be less bothered to know about unnecessary issues on the social media sites, and it become even more effective because it helps you to avoid from keep distracted and from social media, and it lead you to be more focused in a real life event when you are being like a less bother to look at your phone and the social media specifically. I think it means you have more time to spend your quality time with the people around you. In addition, I think you will not get the consistent urge to check your phone and keep on stay focusing on your priorities. And I think it's really beneficial if we know how to control these applications and all the social media sites for like engaging a more better world for us, and helps to like giving more connectivity with each others. And I think that's all for me, and I am grateful if I can hear more from Kaisara.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Laili. And for my opinion, another way to minimize the social media use is you should leave your phone outside the bedroom. We know your parents have probably been banging on about this, but it does work. Sharing your bed with a bright and shiny phone is a guaranteed way to interrupt your sleep. Instead of scrolling through Instagram before hitting the pillow, try leaving your phone on the charger outside your bedroom. When you want to take a break from social media during the day, put your phone away in a bag or a cupboard so you are not tempted to check it every 2 minutes. Remember, it's all about baby steps. It's probably not realistic to try to go from spending 2 hours a day on social media to 20 minutes all at once. You could reduce your time by 10 minutes a day and then check your progress in a week. So, Tasha, can I hear the conclusion from you?
Yes, sure. In the conclusion, social media has the pros and cons. So we as a human being, we should know how to control ourselves from being hit by the cons of social media. How about you, Iman?
In my opinion, by the way, before that, I totally agree with you, Natasha. But in my opinion, social media addiction can have significant negative impact on individuals and society. It can lead to reduced productivity, strained relationships, mental health issues, and privacy concerns. It's crucial for individuals to recognize the sign of addiction, seek help if needed, and develop healthier online habits to maintain a balanced and fulfilling life. Society should also promoting digital literacy and responsible social media use to address the growing concern. So it will be great if I can hear from you guys, Sarah. So
Yeah.
what your opinion?
So, my conclusion for all of this conversation, social media can vary depending on one's perspective. Some see it as a powerful tool for communication, information sharing, and networking, while others view it as a source of addiction, misinformation, and privacy concerns. Ultimately, social media's impact on society will continue to evolve, and its long-term effects will depend on how it's used and regulated in the future. Social media has plenty of good uses as it allows stories or events that began locally to gain a global or worldwide attention. This allows to become an amazing platform to make the world connect and spread information faster than ever in the history of mankind. It is one of the best ways to stay informed about current events, increase marketing exposure, and stay connected with friends and family. This global phenomenon of technology spreading worldwide make it easy for people to communicate faster and easily promote their business to massive amount of people in short time, and it's very inexpensive. Social media might have disadvantages, but it has more advantages, especially can be useful to humans and accessing information. So, can I hear the conclusion from you, lady?
Yes, thank you for asking, Kaisara. And I am so amazed by all of you guys' explanation and all the sum up that all you guys have been stated for today's discussion. And I think for the sum up for today's conversation of us, I would say I really agree that actually social medias indeed give so many benefits, and also it also have their bad sides. But us as a human being and as the people that grown older day by day, I think we all do know how to control the social medias, and we know what is the bad and what is the good for us. And I think we don't want to harm anyone, especially our loved one or relative and even our own friends through the misleading or the misuse of the social medias. So I think we as a good users of social medias, we have to play a really big role in engaging together and keep giving a good and a positive vibes, and using this platform, which is social medias, wisely, and give even more benefits to our communities and society, so that more peoples will be influenced by good vibes only, and we all will not getting harmed with all the bad and negative vibes from the peoples that are misleading in this social media's world. I think that's all the conclusion I want to do for today.
Yeah.
Thank you for you guys for spending your time together.
It's such a fantastic discussion, guys.
Yes.
I think we should learn more about the social media, about the advantages, other advantages that we can
Yeah.
get.
Yes, this is the very interesting topic that I ever had a discussion with you guys.
Yeah, I am so grateful that I able to spend my time with all of you guys today. And thank you for spending all of you guys time with me today. And I think that's all. And I will see you guys later.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Kaisara.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
For now, we're gonna go to the next session, which is a Q&A sessions. And I think all the audience might probably kind of like overwhelmed by all the informations that we have been stated and we have been given just now, and there's a lot of, I think, questionable things in their mind, and I think they kind of like curious to know more and further informations about some topics or some questions, and I think they are more curious to know about this. So I think let's us go to answering those questions from the audience. So for the first question,
how long does the average person spend on social media per day?
Thank you, Marika, for the question. So I will be answer your question. The first question is, the answer is, in 2019, the average social media users spend around 1 hour and 15 minutes per day on social media. eMarketer predicts that this average will increase by 8.8% in 2020 due to social distancing and people spending more time indoors during the pandemic. So we can expect that social media user will spend around 1 hour and 22 minutes on average using social media every day.
Thank you, Kaisara. Question number 2. Which social media platform should I use to promote my business?
Thank you, Murfika, for asking the questions. I will answer Murfika questions. While the natural assumptions is that you should be on all popular platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. This can be counterproductive if not executed with a strategy. Instead, focus on a couple of platforms that are highly popular among your target audience. So, the best performance to use will vary for each business. Check out our guide on how to choose the best social media channels for your business. That's all from me. So, can we proceed to another question?
Let's move on to another question. Question number 3. How much time do people spend on social media?
Internet users aged 16 to 64 worldwide spend a daily average of 2 hours and 31 minutes on social media as of late 2022, according to data reported, which adds that social media now accounts for its greatest ever share of total online time, with almost 4 in every 10 minutes spent online now attributable to social media activities.
Thank you for answering my question, Natasha. Next question. What is social media marketing?
Thank you, audience, for the question just now. So I'm here to answering the fourth question, which is what is social media marketing? So social media marketing is the use of social networks as a sales and a marketing tool. And companies with products or services to promote can go beyond traditional advertising to build an online presence and engage directly with their customers. And in particular, I would say social media marketing has opened up opportunities for local businesses to reach out to potential customers without spending a fortune on advertisement placement. I hope audience it becomes more clear about this question, and we're gonna move on to the next question.
Thank you, Laili. Question number 5. What is the most popular social media?
So, thank you to the audience. Globally, as we all know, the most popular social media site is Facebook, with close to 3 billion users, according to one recent estimate. So, that's the answer for the question.
Thank you, Kaisara. Let's step on the next question. Iman, which companies own social media platforms?
Thank you for asking, audience. What a fantastic questions. Although there are many different platforms available, many of the most popular ones are owned by the same few companies. For example, Facebook also owns Instagram and WhatsApp, as well as Oculus VR and several other businesses. Google owns YouTube and previously had its own social networking, Google Plus, Tencent, a Chinese company, owns QQ, Qzones, and WeChat, some of the biggest platforms in Asia. So that's the answer of the question. So let's proceed to others questions.
Thank you, Iman, for answering my question. Question number 7. Does social media negatively impact well-being?
There are few social media facts as important as this one, and it's a question that often hotly debated in popular media. But studies have shown that certain platforms can have adverse effects on our well-being. This includes our mental health as well as our sleep. This only highlights the importance of our overall digital well-being. And if you're interested in learning more about the topic, our digital well-being course is a great place to start. Thank you, Murfika, for asking the question.
You're welcome, Natasha. Question number 8. What is cyberbullying?
Thank you again for the audience for the fantastic question just now, and I think there must be a lot of people who's kind of like curious saying about what is the real definition of cyberbullying. So I'm here to give a really clear and good definitions of cyberbullying to all the audience out there. So first of all, cyberbullying is a term used to describe any form of bullying behavior that takes place online specifically, and particularly it could be via social media or messaging apps or even gaming sites or any other mediums on which people communicate online. And it's a genuine problem that affects people of all ages. No matter what ages you are, you will all be gonna affected by this cyberbullying if you are using it in inappropriate way. And particularly as internet access give 24/7 connectivity, I would say cyberbullying is actually the things that could harm people. So sometimes we can't avoid it, but you can make a precaution by always surfing for safe websites and keep in mixing with good people only in the social medias. And most specifically, you have to taking care of yourself to being more alert on what is happening on the social networking, and don't ever using any like dark web websites, because we don't even know what is the outcomes and what will gonna be happened in the future if you use a false websites or like mixing with a wrong person. Yeah, I think that's all for the answer for these questions about cyberbullying. I think we're gonna proceed to the next question.
Thank you, Laili, for the great answer. Last question but not least, I have more questions to ask. So I want to ask each one of you, what is the social medias that you use most frequently?
Should we start from Kaiser to ask it?
Yes, sure. So the most apps that I always use is Instagram. So from Instagram, we can keep updated with our friends, relatives, or others' life. And also on Instagram, we have story feeds and see many posts that people post on Instagram. We can also gain knowledge from there. Also, instead of that, Instagram also can keep you updated with the trending issues that been happening in our world right now. And last but not least, the most thing that I like about Instagram, that I can watch any recipes that I want to do for my family, because it contains a lot of recipes. Thank you.
Okay, let me answer the questions. I always use TikTok for every day, even for a whole day. I love TikTok because there is a lot of things on TikTok like stories, like content videos that share a lot of things like study tips, cooking tips, recipes, fashion, and maybe for education. I often use because of education. I love to watch a content creator that make educational videos like sharing about benefit of studying abroad or benefit to studying in our country. Other than that, I also love TikTok because I can create my own videos. Like maybe I often create a dancing video TikTok. I'm dancing in front of my phone, but it's okay, and I post it, and I got a lot of like from others people's, and I got a lot of comments, positive comments, but you never think that I'm just dancing rudely. No, I'm dancing very perfectly, and I'm dancing so perfect. So that's why people love my videos. Other than that, I also often use Instagram, same like Kaisara, because I always post stories every day. I love to post advice, story of my life, and my selfie on stories, so that I'm also gain a lot of like on stories, and that's all from me, I think. So can you proceed to Natasha?
From my point of view, I would like to tell you what are the platform that I use the most. I love to use Instagram and TikTok. Through Instagram, I will know about my friends. We can make new friends. Also on the TikTok too. So how about you, Laili?
Thank you for asking. So I think most of us, major of us, definitely use same applications and social medias, which is Instagram, TikToks, and even more. But for me, I think the most frequent social media platforms that I use frequently every day is Facebook. I think throughout Facebook, there's a lot of things that I can use since it have a lot of features. Like at the previous discussion just now, I've already stated there's several features that existed in Facebook, such like stories and feed or post, which is it makes you able to freely share all the moments on your life through this platform. It doesn't matter in videos content or photos or any medias. You can just easily share it in these apps, and it's easier for you to share it with all your beloved one, or the friends, or even your relative, so that they can bring a connectivity amongst you guys. And what I love about Facebook is I love it because every time I post something, there's a lot of people that can see it publicly, and it makes me more enthusiastic and more have courage to spread even more a more beneficial content or post, for that they able to acknowledging more beneficial things. And also it makes me happy because every time I share everything that I want, I think somehow it gives me like a satisfaction because people's like what I have been doing, and I can just freely share anything that I want with no hesitation, and of course with good cautions, which is I always acknowledging myself to being aware from misleading using these apps, and I always use it wisely in every condition. And I think Facebook always remains a dominant force in the social media landscape, and connecting people worldwide and providing a platform for a wide range of social interactions, from personal connections to business networking and even content sharing. Its evolution continues to shape the way we engage with digital communities and information. I think that's why I love, and I always makes Facebook as my most favorite apps ever.
Yeah, may I interrupt, Laili?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I think I'm same with you. Lately, I got a DM from my pole friends when I was 8 years old, and she's DM me, and she said that, oh, it's long time no see you, and I got a best interaction with her. So I think, yeah, maybe other than Instagram, TikTok, I also use Facebook too.
Yes, that's true. It's true that all the social medias that we all have been stated just now is definitely so beneficial to all of us, and it's bringing so much connectivity with all the societies and communities among us. And I think that's all for the discussion for today, and I will gonna end our discussions here, and that's all from me, Laili, and my friends.
Thank you guys, Sarah, Iman, and Laili.
Thank you to you guys.
Thank you to all of you
To
guys
Thank you to everyone, and thank you to the audience
for the
for the questions.
yes. I'll see you guys next
See
time.
you next time. Bye.
Bye.